Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Reckles with WTBGold, and today we're talking about Black Dragonscale, how to farm them, where to get them, what to make with them, and, just how to make gold with them. They are used to craft the Black Dragonscale set, not very creative on Blizzard's part, but the breastplate sells for 5k to 10k, the legs sell for 5k to 10k, let's see, the shoulders, they're about 5k, but that's it, let's go. Let's do this guide and let's make some gold. Alright, so before we get into this guide, one thing that is worth pointing out, don't sell these up on the auction house. Because let's be honest, if you have skinning, you also have leatherworking. Those two just always go hand in hand. Whenever you sell these are only used to make the Black Dragonscale set, so they're gonna, your competitors are gonna buy them out, and they're gonna be the ones making the gold. But, how do you get these? Black Dragonscales drop from black dragons, and it's a really cool technique that was back in vanilla where black drops from black, red dragon scales drop from red dragons, green dragon scales drop from green dragons, and chromatic dragons can drop any color scale. Really cool idea, and honestly, if anyone from Blizzard is watching, I really hope that you guys bring this back. Because there aren't any crafting materials that span across multiple professions, and this dragon scale technique, we're killing blue dragons out in Stormheim right now. Why aren't they dropping blue dragon scales? We should still be getting these materials whenever we skin a dragon. So that's my little rant. I really hope they bring it back, even if they retcon it. Shoot, I don't care. But let's talk about how to farm them up. Hey, Editor Reckles here. I just wanted to let you guys know that it takes 83 of the Black Dragonscales to create the entire set, one of each of the items, and to get all the patterns, all the recipes for them, you kill their loot from the bosses in Blackrock Depths, and also the Thorium Brotherhood. Alright, so let's talk about how to get these. You used to be able to get these by just farming out in Burning Steppes. There were just black dragons all over the place, but Deathwing came out and he screwed that all up. He changed all the quests around, which is good. It was nice. The quests needed to be cleaned up, but we can't farm Black Dragonscale anymore, so that sucks. But there are two mobs, Minyoth and Hematos, out in Burning Steppes, that they have less than a 10% chance to drop Black Dragonscales. They have a 2-minute respawn timer. You can just go. If you're ever out farming in Burning Steppes, remember to just stop by and pick them up. The second technique is just to go through and kill everything in Blackwing Lair. One run through Blackwing Lair will get you about 15 to 30 Black Dragonscales from my experience. But the third method also involves Blackwing Lair, but it's using a little trick. So for this, if you have no problem killing Razorgore, the first boss in this instance, then go ahead, skip forward about a minute. If you haven't ever done this instance, or if you still have problems because you can die to him even at level 110, then hang out, and I'm gonna go through it in about 60 seconds. I'm gonna try to be quick. So, the whole goal of the Razorgore fight is to mind control him by clicking on this orb just once, and then you make him destroy all of his eggs, and then when all of his eggs are destroyed, you just kill him. But as he's going around, he will aggro a bunch of adds that spawn every couple of seconds. There are a bunch of different techniques you can do to do this, but the best thing, because if he dies before all of his eggs are destroyed, then he just one-shots everything in the room. So what you want to do, every 3 eggs, just click the orb again. That'll restart the mind control, and it'll do this cool thing where his aggro table will drop, and you won't be able to, so any adds that were on him and attacking him will instead go to you. You don't really need to do a pattern as you're killing the eggs, because you're never going to have enough aggro from guys around you to worry about it. Just don't right click on them, don't attack them, don't do anything other than 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, click the orb, 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, click the orb. You're good to go. So, that's it with that. We're going to kill Razorgore. He has a 25 or 30% chance to drop a pet that sells for about 500 gold. We're going to kill the second boss, which is a sad, sad story. And then we're going to go into a little room where there are 2 packs of 8 black dragons. And the cool thing with this is if you kill everyone in the room except for 1 mob from each of these 2 circles, then whenever you drop combat by using Feign Death or Mage's Invisibility or the Night Elf Racial, whenever you drop combat, everything in the room respawns. And it's fantastic. So you kill, 10 or 15 mobs or whatever, and then you drop combat and they come back up. So the only thing that really slows down your farming here is going to be how often you can drop combat. So on my mage, who is still a level 100 because I don't really care about her, she only has she can only drop combat every 3 minutes. Hunters, especially night elf hunters, they can drop combat, I think it's every 10 seconds or something, so you can just infinitely do this. It's fantastic. But with this method, I mean, it all depends on how quickly you can drop combat, but between, I'd say, 100 and maybe 500, I'd really be curious to see how many you can get. I've heard 300 an hour. I'm sure you can get more than that if you were, going ham and you had it down to a science. Also, you don't have to have a polymorph or an ice trap or anything to do this, and you can do some cool stuff where you pull the entire group out of into the room beforehand, and if you leave 2 of them up and then you drop combat, whenever you re-engage the first 2, everything from the other room will just come charging out towards you, and so there'll be a nice separation there, so you can just rapid fire farm them that way. And that's nice. They will knock you around, so you want to make sure you're in a corner. But that's a cool little trick you can use. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will talk to you later. Make sure to subscribe, and if you aren't following me on Twitter, go ahead and do that. Links down in the description. I'm gonna be doing this cool photo hunt, tag yourself thing. Big community involvement. So I will see you guys later. So, why could the toy dragon only fly down? It wasn't built to scale.